Dear viewers and listeners, wherever you are, now we are in our part 3 of the interview where our remarkable guest, Honorable Ogana, will be helping us to address the role of the Gen Zs in the coming election, that is 2027. Honorable Ogana, I know you as a man who have interacted with many young people across the country, and you are also in the Gen Z bracket. What is the Gen Z political mood come 2027?
I can describe it as uncertainty. Why am I saying this? Uh, in the past several months, Gen Zs seriously participated in fixing their own country. Then all of a sudden, things came to a stop. These people are really evolving, are now preparing themselves ahead of 2027, and no one knows what may be the outcome. Yes, the Gen Zs, you see, in most cases, whenever something that they don't want happens, what do? They approach and talks to their person that they feel that is their target. When there is a mess in the education sector, in most cases we have several comrades. What do? They go to anniversary towers direct. In health sector, what do? They communicate and direct all their quests, all their views, all their concerns to these people. So it means that Gen Zs ahead of 2027, they are now preparing themselves, and it is not something that is happening in public. Yes, we have several movements, several alliances, several groups grouping up and preparing themselves ahead of 2027. So you never know, things will work well.
So, Mr. Ogana, do you think Gen Z will present one of their own as a presidential candidate come 2027?
That's a sure bet, and just in case someone can screenshot this, it will happen. My friend, we have so many alliances, so many movements out there. I personally am in one. Yes. So we are preparing ourselves very well ahead of 2027. And this is the time. I'm just saying this because I know it will happen. In 2027, a good number of Gen Zs will participate fully in elections, either as ardent supporters or as candidates. This will happen, and it is something that is going to happen.
You know, you have brought a very significant matter on board that come 2027 election, Gen Z will come out in large numbers, either as voters or candidates. But we have seen in the previous election, that is 2022 general election, the turnout of young people in voting was very low. What do you think should be done for this Gen Z to come out in these large numbers?
Mm-hmm. Through this, to bring these Gen Zs on board and participate in elections, number one, we should advise our Gen Zs to register as voters for those having national IDs. Yes. Number two, we should advise our Gen Zs who are not having their national IDs to register and pick them from their different administrations, so that ahead of 2027, we people are set and ready to dry up the swamp, fix our nation through practicing our democratic right. Then again, number two, we've been having public awareness. Yes, we walk from place to place, addressing and telling our fellow Gen Zs, our fellow country women and men about all the messes, all the corruptions, all the bad things and odd things that are happening to our country. We are telling them that this is the person that you chose. Yes, and he's the same person doing this to you. Down of and out of your expectations, these people have delivered nothing. This will inform, even it will go ahead and past what? Past the Gen Zs, and at least convince our countrymen and women to come out in their large numbers and vote so that we fix our nation at once.
Honorable Ogana, no, most of Gen Zs feel disillusioned and isolated by this political class. What do you think should be done to regain the trust of Gen Zs and engage them in meaningful discussions and also have a talk and a say in the political class?
Okay, number one, this is now a very good question because it touches most aspects. The number one thing that should be done, I think, the people that are in the government seats should just deliver. They should deliver because we are not only having a problem with our president and his team, we are also having a problem up to the grassroots level. What do I mean? I'm referring to the MCA of your area. I'm referring to the MP of your area, and goes up to the governor. Yes. So when these people deliver, they will gain our attention. Yes, and our trust. Number two, is that these people should just do the honorable thing with the government capitations that is under their jurisdiction and custody. We have several government capitations and funds that they control and deliver to people. Number one, we have bursary. Number two, we have all sorts of funds. Yes, so you have these people squandering and messing up with these funds. That is number one thing that is telling the Gen Zs that these are not good people. Leave them alone. But come 2027, we will kick them out through the door.
Okay, that's well noted. Honorable Ogana, social media has become the major tool in discussion of political discourse, among many other things affecting the state of this nation. What's your opinion, or how will this social media determine political landscape come 2027?
Social media now becoming the pivot of all the expectations that we have ahead of 2027, and in most especially the political landscape. Why am I saying this? Because social media, we are informing uh, someone who is living abroad, living in countries like United States, Algeria, Gabon, Tunisia, and all the countries, of all the messes that is happening in Kenya. When we realize when we realize there is a corruption happening in Kenya that needs to be addressed, we have to be Gen Z communicates it perfectly, and it gets and explodes uh, to all parts of the world. And this has helped Kenya even to notify the chief funders, yes, the chief sponsors of Kenya, like IMF and all the under the World Banks, that you know what, the funds that you gave Kenya, this what happened. There's a stalled road somewhere. There's a stalled project somewhere. So they get notified and say, when these people come again for a fund, what do? We say, go and complete that one, go and correct that one, is when you get this. So social media is playing a very pivotal role in shaping our political landscape and expectations that we have ahead of 2027.
Honorable Ogana, as one of the Gen Z ambassador in this country, I'm giving you now an opportunity to send the message to the Gen Zs and outlining their role in shaping this country's future. Kindly talk to Gen Zs.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm now taking this opportunity to address my fellow Gen Zs, fellow revolutionaries out there. Number one that I need to echo is don't be shaken, don't be manipulated, because these leaders have mastered our art, have known what we lack, and they are ready to give it to us so that they manipulate and compromise our quests. So don't give up. Continue fighting. We continue grouping yourselves into your different alliances and groups so that in 2027 we drain the swamp, we shape our country, we fix it once and for all. And don't be like our fellow men and women who are compromised and they never uh, get up to what they were expecting and their dreams. Thank you so much, Viva. See you next time. Thank you so much.
So as we are coming to the end of this interview, what's your message to our listeners and our viewers, and also your general message to the country?
Oh, thank you so much once again. We've had a nice conversation on the political landscape and the discourse. We've enjoyed. I think you people have gained the same. I just request that you keep following us, keep on getting what we are giving out into to the world, so that we get updated and get informed of our processes. And my last message to you all: continue staying vigilant, continue staying focused, so that we do this thing once and for all. Kenya is our country. Kenya is our motherland. Let's continue loving our country, Kenya. Thank you so much.
To our dear listeners, we are coming to the juncture of this interview. It has been a great moment. Thanks very much, Honorable Ogana, for your time and sharing the words of wisdom to us. We have really gleaned a lot. Same to our viewers. I've also gone through their comments and they are really happy for what they have gained for today. We believe that we are going to have a better Kenya and we are going to have a generation of great impact in our country. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe into our YouTube channel. Remember, Siku Njema TV live streaming media is there for you to echo the voice of the voiceless and to uncover the untold stories. I've been your host, Philip Olingo. Meet you next time.